People who aren't exhausted 24/7. How? Anxiety and pure anger fuels me. The only time I'm not exhausted is when I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep. Spite. Get up early, work out hard, get those endorphins going. And then ready for work, stay pumped. Exchange messages with S.O. about how great our relationship is. Start first Zoom meeting with that energy and feel proud of how much everyone at work values the input and guidance I provide. Quick run at lunch, then a salad with no dressing. Help an old lady load her moving truck 'cause I am that guy. Lol kidding, I take like 80 mg of Adderall a day. Sometimes exhaustion is just as much a mental game as it is physical. Sometimes I catch myself getting stressed about shit like work or life in general, but then I just take a step back and realize it is what is it, and I'll do my best regardless. Whatever the outcome, I tried. It is what it is. Sleeping at least approximately 8 hours every night, working out, stretching from time to time. Good news. This Sunday you can only be exhausted 23/7. Unless you're in Arizona. With enough caffeine I'm exhausted only 23/7. The answer no one will give you here, is genetic lottery. As a chronic illness sufferer, I can only imagine how unstoppable I'd be if I wasn't exhausted all the time. Don't fuck with coffee after 12 p.m. Caffeine's half-life in the body is approximately 5 hours. Alcohol also kills sleep quality. Do a wind-down activity before bed. Turning your dopamine receptors into shrapnel by scrolling through TikTok or playing video games right before bed is not a good play. Turning the thermostat down a few degrees may improve your sleep. Physical exercise will help your body go to sleep faster. Get 7–9 hours depending on what you naturally require. Lastly, do as I say, not as I do. It's probably poverty. I recommend revolution. I take 2 or 3 20-minute naps throughout the day. Vitamin B complex. Didn't know what I was missing. A potential culprit could be diet. Deficiencies in vitamins and being in a caloric deficit can lead to fatigue and weakness. Make sure to slam vegetables and fruit. And protein. Wellbutrin. Truly. I used to take 600 mg of caffeine, equivalent to 3 energy drinks, to make it through work and collapse into a useless heap at home. Now I only take 200 mg and have the energy after a 2-hour commute and 12-hour shift to be happy, peppy and do some housework. Depression is a bitch, but there is help and hope. I live a child-free life. I quit drinking. Drinking even a little bit makes me tired and makes me sleep like shit. I didn't notice until I quit, but it makes a huge difference. What everyone else is saying about taking care of yourself at a basic level, exercise, sleep, hydration, is all true. But there's something more. You need to find something you're passionate about. Whether it's volunteering, creating, giving, learning, doesn't really matter. What matters is you've found a reason to get up in the morning. I promise, once you've got your something, you won't feel that exhaustion. Or when you do, it will be meaningful, purposeful, and joyful exhaustion. Go see a doctor, don't ask Reddit. Being exhausted no matter how well rested you are is generally a signal that something else is wrong. Proper amounts of sleep, water and a heaping dose of having ADHD. Something has to be seriously wrong with me for exhaustion to kick in for long. As strange as it sounds, I stopped drinking coffee. After 2 weeks of brutal headaches, my body stopped producing the depressant chemicals needed to counter the massive amount of coffee I was drinking, and I felt like a normal human being again. I'm certainly tired sometimes still, but no more perpetual exhaustion. Not sure if anyone will see this, but this is actually part of a course I'm taking in uni. The answer for a lot of people is play. Play isn't just what kids do, it's an attitude towards life, it's allowing yourself to be creative and to do things for the heck of it. Doing things just because they're fun activities or doing everyday things in a fun way is a great way to get energy back for a lot of people. We need play in order to function properly as humans, whether that is spending half an hour in front of your mirror matching fun outfits, making a mess while doing the dishes, climbing a tree or dancing around the kitchen at 3 a.m. just because you can. This is what gives us people energy and makes life seem like it has a meaning. I used to feel knackered all the time, then I started making sure that every Sunday I do nothing. Literally get out of bed, move to sofa, order pizza, and stare at screens or a book. No hard work, no energy spent. Knowing that I have that day every week somehow gives me the energy to get through the rest of it. It's different for everyone though, try different things, give them up, and try something new. I hope you find something that works for you. I was dead tired all the time. Then I bought a CPAP machine and it changed my life. I'm hooked up to a shit ton of wires in the basement of an office building right now, for a sleep study happening in an hour. So this thread is highly amusing. Psych meds heart, seriously though, if you're trying all of the sleep routine and self-care stuff and still have no energy, consider seeing a psychiatrist and/or therapist. I had no idea that my exhaustion was 85% mental health related, and getting myself sorted out was the best thing I've ever done. Cymbalta saved my life, Adderall saved my sanity. Also, shout out to the doc who realized I have really bad ADHD and nailed the med combo right out of the gate. That almost never happens, but aside from some minor dosage changes, she killed it on day one. I love that woman. I used to feel great all the time. Then I stopped working out. I feel like shit all the time now. I should go back to working out. Denial. Cocaine. Don't drink caffeine. Eat a good diet and don't eat a lot of sugar and do 30 minutes of yoga or stretching, you'll start to feel like a new person. My daily dose of Vyvanse is the only way I feel normal. I used to think the constant mental exhaustion every day, especially anytime before 3 p.m. was just a normal state of being. Feeling that constant stuffy cotton pressure in my head that always drove me to be tired all day and to have it just fall away is like a miracle. I long since no longer feel my medicine every day and I just feel normal. If I skip doses and go back to what I used to be, it feels like wearing a weighted vest for my mind all day. Sold my soul. Adderall. Adderall and contempt. Good sleep, good diet, active hobbies, de-stressed. I saw you mentioned an active job. I have one too, but for me it doesn't seem to matter unless the increased heart rate is from doing stuff I like. Days of actual relaxation bring on several days of high for me and I use that to get ahead on tasks which keep stress down in the near future. You only generate energy by using it, and you can only generate energy with a clean diet, good sleep, so eat, sleep right and be active even when you don't feel it, and it will eventually come to you. The more energy you spend regularly, the more baseline energy you will have. And #X200B. Also don't consume bullshit too much. Insomnia is a bitch, I can't sleep but don't get tired until the morning. Because tired people go to bed at 12, but actually fuck around on their phones until like 4 a.m., then they get up at 8 and complain during the day. I don't understand why I'm tired, I went to bed at midnight. I know it sounds like bullshit, but the more you push the easier it gets. For example, you go to the gym, you switch being exhausted, obviously you will be after, but that's good, to being sore or aching, then after a while you will start to like the burn, then before you know you're doing twice as much as you would normally and feel great through the day. Try not fapping. Try boosting your intake of electrolytes, vitamin B, C, D, and iron. Eat more fruit. The road to energy is a fairly simple one, if determined enough. Don't destroy your body with alcohol or drugs, cut out sugar and carbs, eat tons of fats and proteins, lift, get out into nature and get plenty of sunlight, drop toxic people and don't accept soulless work that doesn't give you any fulfillment. Well, if you're at all like me, you can work yourself into a pseudo-manic state of hyper-intense focus bordering on obsession while you're dedicating your time and attention to a project about which you feel especially passionate. Following that, you can sleep through half of the weekend, then wake up to the soothing sound of your wife telling you that the cat is once again about to throw up on her hand-knitted rug. In other words, find something that's more important to you than feeling well rested, and you won't need to be. As someone who has recently gained energy on some days at least. Getting to grips with my anxiety. Which I didn't know I had. But it's been with me for my entire life. We can be so blind to our own suffering. Exercise does the magic for me. Without it, sleep all day. Drugs. I feel like everyone is sugar-coating the answer: proper diet, exercise, doing this over time. Give your body good fuel and demand a energy output and you'll get it over time. Getting healthy is not instant. The top comments are dumb. Change your diet, exercise, drink more water and get better quality sleep. You're an adult, you've been getting this advice your entire life. Give it a try. I have a CPAP. I can sleep 5 hours and burst with energy compared with 9 hours of sleep without it. Game changer THST machine. Stop eating LKE shit. Stop drinking alcohol, stop smoking. Stop drinking caffeine. Everyone treats their body as a fucking garbage can and wonders why they are always tired and cranky and need more caffeine to stay awake. Americans and half the world eat horribly and their body cannot process that shit into energy. So stop. Stop eating wheat for 1 month. Stop eating processed sugar for 1 month. Stop drinking fucking alcohol for 1 month. I have energy right when I get out of bed to when I go to sleep. I have never had coffee, I never drink caffeine, I have never drank alcohol, smoked a cigarette and never ever eat processed sugars. I love my life and I am almost always happy. Turns out attitude has a lot to do with enjoyment of life, and when you are enjoying life, it doesn't suck all your energy away. Honestly, I don't know how it happened. I think I just started getting better sleep. I used to be a really anxious person and was tired all the time. Then when I started working on it, the constant sleepiness just went away. I also sleep longer, have more vivid dreams, and wake up feeling rested. I guess just work on being less anxious and being more physically active.